if God forgives our sins, why won't Seacoast marry a couple who are living together?
Good question.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
First of all, I would say that every story is different and every story is unique. And so even to make a blanket, it is our policy at Seacoast that we would prefer that you not be living together for us to marry you. And the reason that we ask that is not because we are like these controlling, like power-hungry people that want to see you. No, it's because we want to see you honor God. I think if people need a pastor to marry them in the same way that they need a florist to bring their flowers, in the same way that they need someone to direct their wedding, that's not what we're here for. But if you're looking for God's blessing on your relationship, that's what we want to help you with. That's why we do premarital counseling, and that's why we do it. So I'm not, I hope you don't hear that as a condemning thing. Our heart is that we would help you live your lives and live your relationship in a way that would honor God and that would precede blessing in your marriage. And I can tell you there have been several couples that I've gone through premarital counseling with, and financially it made more sense for them to live together. They'd become comfortable with that. But in kind of the conversations that we had, they made the tough decision to move apart before they got married. And God has blessed that. God has honored that, because we talked about that with kind of the sexual sin struggle before, like setting boundaries. You're establishing a principle that's going to live throughout your entire marriage. We are going to honor God. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to make the hard choices. And when you have kids, it's sometimes going to be easier to let them do whatever they want to do. But you've already established, no, we're going to do the hard thing, but the right thing when it's possible. And so that would be our encouragement. That would be our heart. We want to see healthy, strong marriages at Seacoast. And so the premarital process, and like I said, every couple is different. I've married couples that were living together. I don't think it was the best situation, but I think in the time that it was a quick wedding and it didn't make sense, and so they agreed to move into separate rooms. And I don't think that's ideal. Probably shouldn't have even said that. But don't not come to Seacoast because you think we've got this hard and fast policy. We're about people. We're about relationships. And so we would love to hear your story and help you process and help you make the decision for what God's calling you to do in your relationship.
Yeah, I always encourage couples in that no step is too radical, that blessing follows obedience. And you want to think about the story that you're going to tell your children one day. This is what mommy and daddy did. We used to be this way, but when we decided to get married, this was the choice that we made. So whether you're living together, if it is moving into a separate room, if it is moving in with a friend, when you've got a date on the calendar, there's an end in sight. Hopefully it's not 17 months.
That's right.